Hello, this is JilliBling. I have another project using the Seaside Wishes bundle. So here's the card. I did one portrait and another one landscape. And usually I put a white liner in here, but this time it's the new color, the basic beige, and I think that's really pretty. It makes the sand dollar really stand out. I just noticed it kind of matches. Do you ever do that? Wow, look at even my shirt. Do you ever do that where you match whatever you're stamping? So today we'll be using Seaside Wishes bundle. You are beautiful. This is a new stamp set to me, and I'm using these words right here. Make today amazing. It's a real nice set. I have to do something fun with that. And the die, Seaside Wishes, and Wonderful Thoughts. Wonderful Thoughts is for this shape right here. And you notice on the shape how it has like the rounded corners and then pointy, and then opposite over here. And this right here, Wonderful Thoughts, is a wonderful bundle because there's a lot of words, and then these dies cut out every one of the words. Got it right here. I don't have it open to that page, but it'd just be nice to show you. And there is an upcoming promotion where if you buy a bundle, it's 10% off, but, well, you know what? Okay, so the promotion is if you buy a bundle, which is 10% off, you get an additional 10% off. And the promotion goes, I probably should have more information on this, just for a day or maybe a few days. They just announced it just a few hours ago. But if Stampin' Up! Releases a bundle, such as Seaside Wishes and the dies, after it goes through one publication, it becomes a la carte, where you could still buy both of them, but they're not a bundle price. So the Seaside Wishes would be included in the special discount for the additional 10% off. So Seaside Wishes bundle is on page 73, and it's a 3-piece bundle. It includes a stamp set, the dies with the hybrid embossing folder, which we'll use today. Hybrid embossing folder means you could put the die inside the folder, and with one pass, you could cut it and texture it. The first time I was about to do that, I thought, this die is going to cut right through the embossing folder and ruin my folder, but it doesn't work like that. It happens. So I'll show you how that works. But the Wonderful Thoughts, let me show you that. Wonderful Thoughts, page 80. Oh, that's right around the corner here. Oh, it's in a Encore. So I'll hold this up close, but all of these words, there's dies to cut out everything, including like a few little add-ons, 2 hearts and this little bouquet. So I'll hold this up. This is page 80. But see all those words? They all get cut out. It's really nice. So now when you look at these, it's like, oh, that's the die for the bouquet. But each one of these cut out all those words. Okay, so let's get started with this project. Talked about that. So I will show you, oh, I didn't write these down. I'll show you, I'll tell you the paper cut sizes, and then I will hold them up. Boy, I didn't even prepare for that. But it's really easy because it's just rectangles. So the base is 5.5 by 8.5. You need 2 pieces of the crumb cake, and that is 5 by 3 3/4. 2 pieces of beige, and that is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. The white for texture, that is to make the sand dollars. That is 5.5 by 4 1/4. And then I had just the starfish, and I'm not sure what this fish is, or shell, or it looks pretty, but that is, I'm just going to say cutouts. That is 2 3/4 by 8 1/2. And then you could use the scrap paper. So after you cut out your crumb paper, you've got these extra pieces. You could just use the crumb cake paper to stamp the words. So let me hold this up. So to make this card, these are the paper cut sizes. And I'll put them on my blog too. And my blog is JilliBling.com. Okay, so we got through all that. So paper, I'll go through them again. 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. And this is Lost Lagoon. And the paper too, we'll use iridescent pearls. This is to cut out the extra pieces. And in the comments, I know that's a starfish, sand dollar. If you know what these are, send me a message because I'm not quite sure what they are or what they're called. So this paper, we'll do this part in just a minute. We'll fit right inside of here. We'll do that soon. This is for the words. Let's stamp the words. I'll do that in Memento. Okay. And crumb cake and basic beige. Crumb cake is 3 3/4 by 5. Goes right in the middle. So do you like the landscape or portrait best? I think I might like the landscape. They both look good. That's going to go there. This is for the inside. Here. Okay. So let me show you about texturing this and getting your sand dollars. See that little detail on the sand dollars? And I could have stamped that, but I really like how white those are. I'm trying to get a good shadow on it so you can see how pretty they are. So to do that, there is this big die, and I have a few tips at getting this done, just so you don't struggle with it. So each time, if you hold it with the logo up and have this part here kind of flapping down, take the die. This is a smooth side, this is the cut side, and line it up, and all of a sudden it'll kind of click into place. Like right there, it clicked into place. See how it's not moving anymore? And while you're still holding it from the top, the logo side, this other side just kind of flapping here. Take your paper, put it in place, and I'm just making sure I get the sand dollars. They're going to be cut out. Okay, and run this through your machine using your gray plate. Don't worry, it won't hurt your embossing folder. When it comes out, it's like this. So these are all already textured and cut. Can you see how pretty that is? Maybe if I block this. There you go. See how pretty that is? It's like it's textured for the texture of the sand dollar and then also that little pattern on the inside. So I'm going to discard this piece, and these are going to go on here. But before I start attaching them, I'm going to texture this one too, which will be just stuck down there with flat glue. But it adds a little, now how did I do that? Or block this? See the texture around the outside? And you could even see part of the sand dollars. The same with this one. See right here? and all these little pebbles. So I'm going to run this through. And because of the size of the paper, you can't get all the sand dollars on it. So I'm having half hang off, or just a little part of it hang off here and there. And because what you're going to look at is all of the white shells, this is just kind of acting as a background. So here it is. Just hoping you could see that. It's really pretty. Okay, so now that this has the texture on it, it can be attached. Ooh, that side is pretty too. So how about landscape? Just get that centered. Okay, so I have 3 sand dollars and they're all different sizes. And I'm going to put the big and the medium one on the front of the card. The little one I'll save for the inside. Okay, so this is the words. And cut those out. Do you hear Bo snoring? And then on scratch paper, I'm going to, and this is just plain white paper, I'm going to stamp the 2 starfish and then cut these out. And I'll stamp them in beige. I was thinking about stamping them in crumb cake, but with all of this all being the same color, it's kind of monochromatic. I think the crumb cake might stand out just a little bit too much. Brand new pad. So, one here. One here. And when you go to line up your starfish, let me put it on the back here. See how this little part is kind of waving down? Or maybe he's like, hello. Here, I'll put it that way. He's saying hello. And that you can find when you look at all of these arms, this one here is doing the hello. So that's how it goes on there. And then the little one, I should cut these out. Well, you know what? I have them already done. So I'm going to use this one and then cut out 2 of these. Okay, hold on. Here are all the pieces. Okay, this one is landscape, portrait. Okay, so sometimes it's nice when you're doing it a second time because then you don't have to try to figure out placement. It's already kind of laid out for you. So I'm going to use liquid glue just because this is so textured and this is so textured. I think if I used my Stampin' Seal, I don't know that it would stick quite good enough. Well, you could tell it's been a little bit since I've used my glue gun, my glue press. There we go. Okay, so that can go. And you know, I think in the Lost Lagoon, I'm going to have something with like a stronger edge so you know that is a sand dollar. And then here, I'm purposely having them dip down into the border, just so you can see how pretty and bright they are. Okay, then this one will go maybe here. Again, liquid glue, just because it's so delicate. You hear that dog snoring? It's like he's exhausted. I know what he's done all day. He's laid on the couch. Okay, that one can go maybe there. I'll put it down further in just a minute. And then this one, I'm giving the glue a chance to kind of set up a little bit. And you know, it doesn't have to be 100% glued down. Sometimes when it pops up a little bit, it makes a nice shadow. This one could go right about, I like that little edge. Okay, and then let's work on this. Oh, and the ribbon, iridescent pearls. This is called Gold and Silver Trim Combo Pack, and it comes in gold and silver. And we'll be using the silver today mostly because the iridescent pearls, to me, I think they have more of a silver hint rather than a gold. But if you see gold in there, which if you look hard, you can. The iridescent goes just about all rainbow colors. You could use gold too. So I'm going to put on 5 dimensionals on the back of this, which is excessive, but that's going to hold the ribbon and then also hold the greeting label in place. And you'll see why here in just a minute. Okay, then this is going to go as a ziggle, a zaggle. So to put this on, right in the middle of the ribbon, in the middle of the words, I'm going to put it on like that. While I'm looking at it, I'm just looking at this bend. I think that looks good. Now you know why I put so many dimensionals on there. Oh, look how long that one is. This one is a little bit short. I think I need to adjust these, which is good when you're using dimensionals and doing this. If you need to readjust it, that's fine. Okay, so now it's a little bit more equal on both sides. So this can go here, and I like how this folds over and you can see a little bit of the inside, and I like this much, and I like how it's about centered from center point to the edge. And if you don't like it, just pull it up and give it a try again. Okay. So this can go right here, and I purposely wanted over the center frame so you could see a little bit of the crumb cake against the Lost Lagoon. Okay, that's in place. Now trim up these ends because I want a little point to the end of the ribbon rather than flat. Who likes flat ribbon? Okay, so now it is just to put the starfish on and then a few bling. But these starfish are so small that they need partial dimensionals. You could tell I'm reusing some paper. I printed my new blends chart just so I know what the colors really are. And this is last year's chart. So I might as well use it. It's nice Stampin' Up! Paper. Okay, so one in the middle, and then halvesy. I should have done a whole bunch of halvesy ones. And I'm trying to get them right to the edge of the starfish legs. Just because if you don't, the starfish legs have a tendency to kind of curl up and give you a hard time putting the card into the envelope. But if you get it right out there to the edges, they lay nice and flat. There's that one. That one's kind of big. I want it to show through. I think it's going to be fine. One more. Oh, I have two more. So this one's going to go in half. That's like 1/4 of a mini dimensional. That's tiny. But you can't see it. Okay. So this one could go right up here. And this one can go, oh, I like it over the words. Oh, but that's going to be double dimensional, double dimensional. Can't have that. Right there. Okay, and then the iridescent pearls. So I'm going to put 5 on this card, so I'll do 3 big ones. Just anywhere. And 2 little ones. Okay, the front is done. So for the inside, let me show you both of the insides. So this one I stamped with starfish big, starfish small, and these stones. So there's kind of like pebbles for the bottom of the ocean. Or maybe you can make a path. Oh, that would be fun, making a path. Like you're walking along the path and you find starfish. I like this one. Okay, so big and small starfish and then the little freckles. Okay. So, big starfish and little ones. Big, big, and little, little, and then these little freckles. You know, I used this stamp with Cajun Craze. No matter how many times I clean it, I still see hints of Cajun Craze through there. That happens sometimes with the red and cherry cobbler too. Maybe I need to. Let me try this. Get my cleaner. Like really clean it. Rather than just water. Okay, let's see if it behaves a little better. Yeah, that worked. Okay. So, the inside is done. And I think the greeting, if you put another greeting on the inside in the black, that would look really nice. But I like this Make Today Amazing because it could go for anything. It'd be for birthdays or just a thinking of you type card. So I didn't want to put anything in here. Okay, and dimensionals. Dimensionals on the inside of a card. It's my latest thing. About right like that. Okay, so that is it for today's project. What do you think? It's such a pretty bundle. This would be a good card for any occasion. Okay, if you haven't already, do subscribe and a thumbs up. I appreciate that. And I hope you have a great day. Make today amazing. Okay, bye.